Good morning, folks. The Bureau of Labor Statistics just admitted they were off by, wait for it, 911,000 jobs. 911,000. That's not a revision. That's not a rounding error. That's misplacing the entire workforce of Delaware. Seriously, if you're an economist and you missed by almost a million jobs, you don't need to work at the BLS. You need to work for the Weather Channel. Oh, we said sunny skies. Turns out hurricane. Now, here's the kicker. Most of these oops, sorry jobs, they were even under Trump. They go back to 2024. So the talking point is already out there. See, Biden's economy was a disaster. We told you. And Trump people are milking this harder than OJ on a book tour. The White House actually said this proves the BLS is broken and Trump was right. Because if there's one guy you trust on numbers, it's the guy who inflated the size of his inauguration crowd with Photoshop. But here's why this matters. Job growth isn't just overstated, it was overstated by an average of 76,000 jobs per month, which means while everyone was bragging last year about a resilient labor market, what we really had was a sick patient propped up on caffeine and denial. The revisions hit hardest in leisure and hospitality, down 176,000, which makes sense because when the economy tanks, the first thing people cut is vacations and dining out. Margaritas are fun, but they're not essential right now. Also, hit retail trade down 126,000, which explains why your mall looks like a zombie apocalypse, except the zombies all work at Cinnabon. And professional services lost 158,000. Translation: fewer consultants are writing 40-slide PowerPoints to explain why your company is now failing. And the Fed is now officially in a pickle. Because remember, bad economic news used to be good news for Wall Street. Oh, jobs are down. Sweet. Rate cuts are incoming. Let's send stocks to the moon. But this time, the market barely blinked because when you start rewriting job history like it's George Lucas's prequel, investors go, wait, are we even looking at reality anymore? Jerome Powell is sitting there like, okay, inflation's still sticky, jobs are crumbling, Trump's yelling at me to cut rates, and my only plan is to look calm while secretly Googling how to flee the country with a fake passport. Now, politically, this is gold for Trump because he can say, see, the economy was already broken before me. I just inherited it. And you know what? He's not wrong. But he'll say it like he invented the concept of inheritance. Meanwhile, the BLS is getting dragged, and not just by Trump. Wall Street hates this too. Traders need reliable data. If the jobs numbers are as fake as George Santos's resume, how are you supposed to price bonds, stocks, or even pizza delivery wages? And let's talk about how the BLS got this wrong. They use something called the birth death model. It's not what it sounds like. It's not about babies and funerals. It's about new businesses opening after old ones close. The problem, since COVID, that model has been about as accurate as a drunk guy playing darts. Plus, there's the immigration issue. The census captures fewer documented workers or undocumented workers, but the payroll surveys might overestimate them. So either way, the data is fuzzier than a QAnon podcast right now. Now, what does this mean for the markets? Well, two things. One, Fed cuts are guaranteed, not just September, but probably October and December. Wall Street's already betting on back-to-back cuts like it's the Golden State Warriors in 2017. But, and it's a big but, rate cuts aren't a party if they've been happening because the economy is falling apart. That's like saying, great news, the doctor finally gave me morphine. Yeah, but you still got hit by a bus. And don't forget the global angle. France's government just collapsed. Bond yields are spiking in Europe, and now the US admits our jobs numbers were cooked like FTX balance sheets. Who benefits? Putin, Xi, and every hedge fund shorting Western stability. The dollar stays strong for now, but confidence is fragile. If investors stop trusting US data, they don't just sell stocks, they dump treasuries. And if they dump treasuries, interest rates spike, and suddenly your mortgage makes 2008 look like a Groupon deal. So here's where we are with all of this. The jobs market is weaker than we thought. The Fed has no good options, and the Bureau of Labor Statistics is basically the Blockbuster Video of government agencies. Still here, but nobody trusts it now. And you wonder why people are losing faith in institutions. Well, the government says we miscounted jobs by 911,000. The average American here is you're on your own. And that's the real punchline. We're arguing over who gets credit or who gets blame when the truth is the labor was slowing before Trump, during Trump, and it will still be slowing after Trump because the real issue isn't tariffs or Biden or Powell. It's that the American economy is running on a gig worker AI replacing buy now, pay later hamster wheel. And no matter how many revisions they make, the math doesn't change it. So, congratulations, America. We just learned that the job market wasn't what it seemed, which means only people with job security right now are the people whose job it is to revise the jobs report. Anyways, that's all I have for you with this revision report today. I'm Max Pitts. This is Trades and Gains. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and leave your hottest take in the comments. Are you currently employed or not? Have a great day, folks.